Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Pxy-VERSE. So we're back to some rigging and Blender rigging and 3D animation in Blender 5.0.0. So this is not LTS, it's just a good release, official release. Finally it's ready. Few days ago, but it breaks some rigs, armature objects that got corrupted, but I was able to fix it. I have to create a new armature object from Blender 5 and then join the old one into the, so the new one, fresh new one, will override the armature data and the armature itself. So this is a fresh armature that received the old rig, but I've lost. Because of that, I lost several things, but usually everything is here except for some bones shapes. Yeah, those things they got. Well, actually, they are here. Okay, so maybe I didn't lost anything actually. Let's see. It's probably that we need to update here. Viewport display, yes, in front. Textured wire instead. Okay. Yeah, the B-bone has vanished. So we have to remake some of these. Hold out here. Yeah, so B-bone. There are several other things. So unfortunately, I've lost these B-bone shapes. But the good news is that my rig, I thought it was lagging brutally because of, oh, my rig is too advanced, my custom rig is too, I have too many meshes. Turns out no, it was just corrupted armature data, even from before, from Blender 4.5 LTS. Something about, so very careful about extensions and add-ons that you're using, because these can produce, so the problem, one of the problems, I even bug reported this, I was having serious lag, and because I was used to it, I really thought for a while it was because of my rigged model, because I use a lot of shrink wrapped, subdivision surface modifier, but even with subdivision modifier off, with the simplified, it was lagging anyways. So here we can look for the custom properties of the armature data, and because I was using I'm still using here, I've reinstalled, but it's not supposed to be working and compatible entirely with Blender. Since I'm not sure when, but Bone Manager extension, no more extension anymore, unfortunately. So here it's not generating the, it's not lagging as well, but this was a feature that was lagging when we have these things enabled. So this is still not, I don't have a rig UI because it was overridden. So I've lost all those things, but the good sense, because these data were corrupting the armature and creating lag pervasive in the Blender UI. It was horrible. Selection of objects, selection of bones, even from the outliner, and also posing was horrible. And so now you see how smooth this is. It's probably as smooth or very close to the edit mode, pose mode, right? So it's very, so it was not so great things, great finding after all. After all that, my armature data was corrupt. And so one of the things that appeared here was, I had something about the VRM format extension. I don't know what it was doing in this rig, but it was there. And another good thing that I found, there is, hold on. So this, I need to share the screen. So here there's the whole thing we have here. I've just found that there's a new wiggle bones physics. Yeah, it's jiggle physics. This apparently it's a new add-on extension that is based, yeah, exactly this one, is derived from the Wiggle 2 add-on. So it's a fork. And Wiggle 2 add-on wasn't receiving much updates lately, I think, but Steve, the author of this one, and I was using this one. Maybe it was causing some lags, I don't know, like bone data. But apparently it was not exactly the case. Also, always check for dependency cycles. What is this? I have no idea what is this, but okay, no dependency cycles, so no warnings of drivers. Apparently a way to clear out drivers also, it's like this. I never knew, just recently you can, but it doesn't seem to work totally. Shift F6 here, then you look for the drivers, of course, of the okay, maybe I had the drivers cleaned. No, they are per bone. I don't see it. So the active bone, yeah, the driver is there. So view, I want to see all driver. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so there's all the drivers in this armature object, apparently, usually from bones here. And yeah, so we can clear all this, and because if you delete the armature object and the bones with drivers, Blender will create some warnings in the window console here, system console, right? So this is bad. And then, but they are just there. It's just annoying. They don't do anything. It's just missing data, but there's no way to cleanse this very well. And but actually this way we can. So you can cleanse from here, like clear. There's something here. Channel. Delete invalid drivers. Yeah. So this is the operator. So you can delete the channels and also delete just the drivers that are missing. That will fix the problem. So this is very good. Just found out recently. All right. So now this rig mod is not apparently we are not getting some targets here. Let's retarget this. And I want to get rid, yeah, so I want to try out a setup here. This is dangerous, but if it works, it will be great. So you see here that what I can do is that I can push the torso, right, from the auto IK spine. Yeah, there's some things there I need to fix. So the problem there's some glitch. There is a Nike bone constraint in the head, but now I know a solution that, although it's very awkward, maybe it can work in this setup. I already have something like this for these fingers here. You see, I can pin finger by just selecting a bone there. Okay, I have a little problem there, but this is not important. Just maybe I'm just having a wrong. Okay, looks like we have a crash here. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for the crash. Let's just close this. So we're gonna experiment a little as we progress in this rig remaking. remaking, no, retaking. Yeah, no remake of Regress. I need to continue and complete it the best way possible. So here you have something on the face that is terrible, is that the shrink wrap, I think, is not working. We need to re-enable this. So this is for the universal sonic melt. I'm determined to fix it. Apparently we are missing the deformation for that proxy thing, so we need to get it back to work. I have to reproduce it, and maybe I have renamed some deformed bones, and so this will need some updating an operator which I have, but it's not a problem. It is just a bit, you need to remember exactly how that needs to be done. It's actually simple, but we're gonna start out by, okay, this is not rigged. Why this is not rigged? Let's just use the simple technique here. Shift, now control link. Transfer mesh data, vertex groups. That's it. No, why it is... Okay, let's go back. Yeah, it is this and then this, right? Because the model is moving, right? Oh yeah, it's not targeting. Okay, maybe I should use this, but not. Yeah, we're gonna ignore for now. Yeah, so now it is working. Good. Are the boots working? Yes. All right, so what, hold on 1 second, 30 seconds. Okay, back. Sorry, folks. So here we got to remake this thing. So I have an operator here, which is a script. Shift F11. Need to find it. It's not this. This was the previous rig UI auto-generated by Bone at Manager. I'm not sure I'm gonna use this because this is not reliable. It's an no more an extension. At least I'm using for the making the rig, right? Probably it's usable, but I need to be careful, so I'm not gonna mess up with that. You see, this is Bone Manager. So I have all these collections which are very useful. Yeah, colors is very good for that, but unfortunately it's a bit bugged. Maybe now that I fixed, because some of the problems, what I knew it was, I found out it was not from it. It was other extension, other stuff. All right. So I want to substitute my. I now have this spring or physics installed, the jiggle physics. I never used it. I'll try to remake. So I have physics bones. So now I have the two in use, right? They exist on some collection. Yeah, we can find, because I have organized that. So let's see, physics. So in principle, everything that is physics should be here. And so we have data here from the other. I don't know if we can erase this data. Okay, so it's, you see, strange that I don't see the. Okay, so I want to change because now this is an extension and I trust more extensions, although they also cause problems. So better would be to use some physics, but maybe one day, who knows. But these bone physics are usually quite cool. Enable bone jiggle. So I need to learn about this. Apparently it's the same thing. So I want to substitute one banner. Let's start with the test here. So we're gonna get into that collection. And let's add, no, I need to be on edit mode, right? Let's add a bone here. Can we access this? Okay, so we need to be on pose mode. So it's essentially the very similar, right? So enable jiggle bone. Position rotation keyframes are used for the rest pose. Cannot be translated, preventing them from stretching. This is not good. This makes them ignore length elasticity. Okay, no, it's not that bad. You can, there is no Ike stretch here or something like that. You can safely ignore this if stretchiness is not desired. Yeah. Yeah, for this, the stretching of this bone probably, but not this one. Or maybe. Yeah, it's maybe not unclear here. And we can disconnect, but I want to keep them connect because then I can use auto IQ option for, which is super useful for this physics elements, right? No. So the elasticity is probably not an issue here. Okay, so we're gonna ignore this. Reset physics. So I don't know what they're doing, but never use this. Maybe it needs to be parented. Let's try. Yeah, no, not the case. It doesn't out. Okay, then we have this. Lots of options here. Options are the same. Why it is falling? It's very weird, right? Maybe it was not. It is bugging because of. Because it's not ready for Blender 5. When it was released, maybe it was. 4 months ago. Yeah. So maybe it's not ready here. Yeah, but. So maybe it's a bug here. Yeah, so can't use this here yet. I'll have to figure out. Maybe there's a tutorial. Let's look for a. I don't. What's the name? It's the Jiggle Physics. A lot of interesting features, but. Okay, so maybe. Okay, let's not give up yet for this. Maybe we need to try it out. No keyframe, so maybe it needs a keyframe. Okay, so that's keyframe. Alright, so apparently it needs keyframe because it's a physics system that depends on. Why it is dropping? Now it is falling. Okay, root elasticity. Okay, maybe start to understand. Alright. It's actually cool. Let's see. Where's the error message? So this one loses the root elasticity. Of course, it's connected. But then there is angle elasticity. Spring angle stiffness. Spring angle higher means more rigid, and also. I like this idea of keyframing physics. Like maybe it gives some more more precision to what we actually see. But let's try something here. Wait. Let's reset physics, okay? Okay, so why it... Oh, I didn't. Of course, this rotation is is bad, right? But good. Let's try to add here, I don't know, air drag. Let's see. There's no air direction here, so I don't care. Blend, what is this? Jiggle, blend means no jiggle. It's stiff, right? Gravity. Well, it's connected, so it doesn't... Strong gravity, right? Let's leave it 1. Elasticity soften. I'd say it's like it's have the other is start to drag it somewhat. No, it is just an illusion. Yeah, okay, I don't know about this one. Let's try this one. Okay, I saw something here. Start to jiggle a little more. This is nice. Length, elasticity, I think I've already saw in the other one. Let's check in this one. Don't know about this one. Okay, an angle elasticity. Spring angle stiffness higher means more rigid. Yeah, hard to tell. So this is like need some extra training because friction. Yeah, so this is the dumping. So see, now it's very stiff because... But can't it move faster? It's like... Okay, so the defaults are the defaults. So there are collisions, and the collisions, maybe this received some better improvements. Although it's still limited, there's some information in the add-on thing. All right, but I need to compare them in terms of what lags more, what lags less. For now, because the other jiggle is working in this rig, I think this is okay to maintain. So you see this, it's a simpler setup, but possibly more limited. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna skip any transformation because maybe next day it's the original one. We go to add-on widgets, a new version. I don't know. Ideally, this thing should be inbuilt and thoroughly supported, right? Let's see if we get... And this one is... it doesn't require the keyframing to see, although keyframing will enable us to see, right? Yeah, I did it wrong. Let's get the auto key. Let's do this, then we go here and do this and then do this. Let's see. And also let's pick, I think I have this as interpolations. Now it's busy, so well, it is and it is not for some reason, so let's turn. The physics seems to be quite glitchy here. We will need to bake. These bones don't seem to be responding very well to the physics. Better is to use the what I'm doing, right? The best way is to just get the control rig, right? And play and try to... Yeah, so see, they are working, but they're extremely stiff. I don't know what's going on. So maybe there is some corruption after all of this. And the other one is also not support, so it's really frustrating. You can never get anything. So the things will be, there's a solution for, maybe I should really do this physics with the, like, what's the name, is the physics with soft body, I think. There is one great tutorial, arm, upper arm, no, it was not this one. It's from some guy, Chung Wang, I don't know, Chinese guy or American Chinese maybe. So is the, I should have it here. So cube mesh object physics. No, it's not. Oh yeah, we could use geometry nodes for physics. It's a new proposition. It was not a hair physics, but this is another method. But I want one that has wave paint, so it's not this case. Okay, let's try again. So I don't know the name of the guy right now, so okay, I'm gonna find out in a different way. I know that it was a holographic. Maybe it's the, if I'm lucky, it's this one. No, it's not. Not. Unless he changes its names. That's likely.
And we will move on to do the glitching.
No, it's not this one. It's not this one as well, so maybe just... Okay, so I think bad luck here, so let's try physics, arm. I think maybe this, oh yeah, this one. Okay, so we got it. Max Zung 3D, yeah, this guy is great. So his tutorials are technically a bit hard to follow up because right, but it's good. The content it's very nice. place it here. So somewhere he'll bring, so like this solution for the, I don't see, maybe it was not in the right spot, but maybe it was previously. Okay, I don't know where. Somewhere here there is some cube, and he'll use this to make this fat jiggle physics, and this is possibly I don't know if it's soft body or what. Transform. Okay, all this is not important. Let's look for the sign there. At some point he should be. Unless I'm mistaken and it's not. If it was not this, then it would be what? I have no idea. Okay, so this will need to be watch more sharply after. So let's go back to, okay, so this physics, I'm not conformed. What happened to this here? Let's try to get them back to work. It's just they all have the same setup, so I see. Too much stiffness, right? Yeah, so maybe that worked previously, but now it's not good. Dump. Gravity. Yeah, it's just the... Okay. So what I need to do is that I'm gonna grab all this. We're gonna reproduce this one. Right, we're gonna pick these ones. These ones are different. It's not good. Okay, we're gonna just unselect these ones. And we're gonna pick this as the active. We're gonna copy settings to selected. And reset physics. And you see that, well, it didn't work. Okay, the operator is broken. This usually worked. So I need to... Yeah, so Control Shift V here for everything. And now you see that works. Yeah. As for these ones, we're just gonna... They don't seem to be selectable. What's happening here? It's a bone collection. invert. Now it's clear that these bones wait, they are selectable, but it's not showing what's going on with these bones. Possibly the color. Alright, so this color is probably bad. Bone. Yeah, as you can see, I've lost some settings. This is terrible. We're gonna have to 16. We're gonna remake this one. Viewport themes. Here actually, bone color set. We're gonna do something about this one. So we're gonna make them more like this. Okay, that should be sufficient. After I make something better about these ones. Okay, so okay, at least now we can see what's going on. We are gonna change these stiffnesses, right? We're gonna use the same, yeah. But we're gonna also well, didn't work. Yeah, looks like no, it was the last selection. Okay, gonna augment this. Control Shift V. Maybe take this off and augment the dampening. Still bad. So you need more stiffness. This should apply for all of them. No, it's not applying to all of them. Yeah, this is where like now I need more stiffness than before. Okay, it's start to work here, but we're gonna make some small changes here. Maybe slightly more stiffness in these ones. Whatever, yeah, whatever. This is work in progress. I have to be testing this other one, but and the physics, right? For if every version of Blender bricks like that, it's very annoying. It's easier to get these bones instead of those other setups. This is why I prefer this. But we have this disadvantage of bricking. And there's the proposition of geometry nodes, which can be less versatile. But for my project, that might be feasible. If it is a good idea, if it works, then maybe it's a better idea. Oh, look at this. We have some presets here. Okay, I should take time to study that, but for now let's fix the something in the face rig, right, folks? So this is enough with this. Review. All right, so I remembered. So I want to get rid of the and for that I'll have to save a backup here. It's just a temporary thing. So what I'm gonna do is that in order to have this work, I need a new setup. So it is a bit dramatic, but I need to make a disconnection here. Where is the master I key head? It's exactly here, right? So this is probably a B-bone thing. I want to it's quite tricky, but it's just the basic behavior. Yeah, I need to see if it can work here. Okay, clear parent. I want to go to the mechanism. We're gonna destroy this driver and the I key bone constraint. Wait. Yes, yes. Exactly. So just keep this one. We got this unparented. This parent to control neck, but it's not what we want. This then is parent to the mecha key owner. Okay, so this we need to parent to here then. But something control I key head, of course. We don't want this. Okay, so what we got here is an unparented bone which can control the head. And then if I have another bone which is parented connected without IQ option can control the spine. So if we pick them simultaneously, it's a little trick, but right now it's not good. But possibly what we can achieve is aim track head, right? Where's the driver though? Okay, so because I've took off the I key bone constraint, that means that now I can just easily do this. Ah, but there's a problem. Okay, of course, it's the setup is not ready. Okay, see, there's no more glitch, just that the head is not following. So what you need to do is to I have to make a different setup here for this one. We can shift D this bone. We're gonna place this exactly there. No, not like this, actually. Okay, I'm not able to make the proper selection. So what we are trying to do is that now I can connect this without some rig havoc in the rig. Nothing special has changed except that now this we're gonna use a set of bone constraints that will enable, yeah, we delete these ones. Slowly I'm making this rig sort of mixed where I can, to make it more look like my crazy rig, which is a more unorthodox rig, but it's much simpler than this one, and can do essentially the same things with much less, but also it's very complicated to pose. It's very unorthodox, at least some annoying things, because it's based on auto IK option, so it doesn't use any IK bone constraint, so it gets rid of lots of issues. Also, it can get easy simultaneous IKF key legit in a much simpler way than this one. So here we got, okay, so I need to make the copy location and the copy rotation. So we're gonna target the neck. Okay, got the wrong bone. Okay, it's not like this actually. It's this, then this. Then we get copy location and copy rotation. Okay, here is pose space. Okay, so you got a problem with the copy location because, of course, we need to get this to the tail position, right? And then the copy rotation, I'm not sure right now, but we're gonna use the local with parent. And maybe this. I don't remember, I think it's custom space, right? But this will depend on certain things. Oh yeah, it needs, because there's this curvature. All right. And we have some problems with the, okay, I remember. Okay, we need to lock this thing. So this bone should not be moving in any way. We're gonna change its, so what this does now is that if I pose, you see that the head is following, right? If I pose just this one, the head is following, because ignore the deforms here. We got the bending there, we got, but we can do more if we pick the master, which was the, if we just pick the master, of course we can do the normal rotations, right? But if we pick them simultaneously, we can probably do G, R, no, G. Okay, we have some auto I key, let's say 4. Pick these two simultaneously. So you see now they sort of move in sync, but we get some glitch there because I forgot something. This bone also needs a full lock. I key locks here. Okay, still we're still having problem. We need some protectors. This is weird. This. Oh yeah, I forgot these ones. No, we're still okay. So probably there's something else that is affect. We are grabbing some extra bones, but anyways, the real thing that I want to test out is I can pin the head now. I don't have a bone for this spinning, so only the root could do this now, I believe. Not even the root. Of course, because the root is not okay. So we need to make a different setup here. Where is the, so we have this command connector. We're gonna change the setup here. Yeah, so this thing we cannot afford in this setup. So this is a acceptable change. It's not really doing the job, but we need to okay, we'll have a problem here with this torso. So this is just wait, isn't this a case of the copy transforms? Maybe should be easier than this. It is not recommended for this thing, but it can. In this particular case, this should work, yeah. Okay, so now we have an unparented bone, and this can, in principle, pin the head. But not exactly what's happening. So it's possible that some bones here are have some inadequate parenting. What is this? So tune head, it is part of mechanism IK owner. Handle tune. Yeah, I need to investigate the... So this one, it's fine. It should just be controlling this. No bone constraint. So we need to check everything that is here. Yeah, maybe take off some... Okay, maybe just this. Okay, let's look at back at this. Okay, so these are drivers disabled, so you don't care about this. The parenting is there, okay, and this... So this is the lock IK head, okay. It's probably this copy rotation that we need to fix somehow. So deform head, back IK owner, okay, this parenting. Disconnected. Yeah, maybe this parenting is wrong. Yeah, maybe this parenting could cause some issue. So instead we're gonna just copy transforms. A full copy transforms, all right? Yeah, I should fix this thing. Then we got... Okay, if I pick them simultaneously, you get this, but they're still getting this glitch, right? So not a glitch, actually. This is multi-interaction of the... Because there's just no protector for the locking. So I get into the locking and... Oh yeah, because it's rotating. That's correct. So and there's no protectors as well, so there's multiple things, right? What are all these? Okay, probably not important. So if I could just fix that thing in the face, that could be good. Need to refresh this. Make sure the mesh is not hidden. Delete this. Toggle to edit mode and hide all meshes, but must have hidden mesh, unhidden mesh, I think. Active vertex group as separator, okay. Yeah, something like this. We're gonna revise, but in principle that should be that, okay. Select the actual mesh of the vertical, duplicate selected mesh. Okay, now it's like oh yeah, this is just the okay, where toggle to okay, so it must manually do this and then we start doing this. Okay, so let's just play this. No, not delete, just play. We have a problem. This means that it didn't work. Separ not found. Okay, maybe we have at least this one, right? So the object directory has locked shape keys. Okay, so now it has generated this, but we need to manually close this thing here. I think it's Shift D 0.3, right? Yes. Okay, then maybe now we face some extra problems because we need to make sure that Remain bridge edge loops from the mouth hole. Yes. Set edge crease. Yeah, so that's it. So this was just manual information. All right. Let's save here and let's see. Okay, we start to have some dependency cycles because we have some tweak eyelids. Yeah, we got a lot of problems here. Actually, it's just a repetition. So it's stuff that are happening for the essentially, yeah, no, lip corner. Probably I've added some bones which are not marked to be removed here. Yeah, exactly. So we just need to find what are those problematic ones. Eyelid. Lip corner curve. Yeah, the lip corner. Okay. So these are the... Okay, I think we have a serious crash here. Basically, I just need to make it, add this, some of these here. There are helper bones that I've made lately and forgot to make this arrangement here. So the one of the mouth is very simple. Hi, Zach Hyde, welcome. How you doing, bro? So, welcome back. Ready for more rigging? So, a long time I don't do rigging content here, which was the main, one of the main things that of this channel. Okay, so we need to get, you see these ones are here, yes. Lip support lower mouth, the names rest unchanged. I have some new ones, right? Lip corner curve. Okay, so probably this one. I'm gonna copy this. No, it is here. So why do I have this duplicate stuff here? Okay, let's see one by one. It will be simpler. So lip. So probably all these already exist. So the way to solve this is just to select all this, shift tab, shift backslash. No, control backslash. It removes the hashtag. But probably there's one new that we need to add. So left and right, so it will be this one probably. No, I've added it before. What about these ones? Not familiar with this. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe these were mistakes, but just yeah. We're gonna copy this name here. Then we're gonna get this. I'm not sure why I have these different names. It's not stacking multiple. Yeah, it's probably I just rename and forgot to delete the ancient from the vertex group. So sometimes this is happening. This happens. Bot, and then we have the top, right? And now we just get this and this. That one didn't work. And that should be it. Then all the rest I'm gonna trust that's fine. Okay, so but more than that, we need to get back to this. Let's remove this mesh. There were other dependency cycles concerning some facial bones, and there eyelids, eyelid bot, eyelid. And this I'm not sure what it is about. Okay, eyelid bot, eyelash bot. Via constraint. Found the eyelid bot. It seems to be always on the right side. Could be a not symmetrized setup, right? A bit dangerous because I don't know where I've stopped, but that should be fine. Also because I have backup in the worst case scenario. Okay, now let's try to remake the I have to close Blender and reopen because this console thing doesn't update. What? Why it is telling? Of course, because I forgot to delete the vertex group. Yeah. Even if there, yeah, because even if there's no mesh, there are vertex groups. So crazy, right? Okay, now it's all clean. So now we need to redo that thing. So let's bring this to the separator. And now we run the script. And there's, as expected, locked shape keys. Okay, so just have some, need to remember this. What is all this? Immediately it lip corner curve. Now the control lips def1 lip corner curve R. Apparently we don't have it. Oh yeah, it's not removing anything. Let's see if it is the same. Yes, it is exactly the same. So it's not removing. Maybe some change in the code. It should have removed everything. Yeah, let's try again. Maybe because there was an error, I retried without cleansing all this stuff. All right, so it is there, and we see that we didn't got rid of the lips. Yeah, probably the API has changed. So everything here is broken. So I have to manually remove. So at least to be like, oops, yeah, this is problems with this system. Yeah, so we have to be super careful because this is garbage. We might be deleting stuff from that is outside here, this set. Okay, so that will fix the dependency cycles of this, but then there are some things about the still. Okay, but this is because of some bones. Yeah, probably we have some. I have to revise the setup of the. Probably some bones here which shrink wrap features. There's a even work with mirror modifier I'm considering using for this. We can actually use a bone constraint to lock on a vertex group target. So instead of a shrink wrapping, we can do that. It can maybe offer better results. Okay, only thing that I want is that the muzzle stopped going nuts. So at least it's not that bad now. But it looks like that we I don't know what is causing that thing there. Not possibly it's just we'll take the risk. No, still happening. Okay, anyways. This is because of the have to revise. Oh yeah, no, of course. This is because I forgot the steps. This I can't automate, unfortunately. There should be a way, but this is annoying. So let's get this thing slightly forward, just emulating some muzzle curvature manually here. And smooth, that should do the trick. let's save here because otherwise I can never test this. Okay, now this is good, right? There might be some dependency cycle in the somewhere still, but this is not it's not gonna prevent us to complete the rig now, the this part of the rig. So if I grab this and this, I can, yeah, this is a stretch and squash. I don't have lockers to protect, so we got some issues with this thing. So the thing is that I shouldn't need this bone. So this bone should actually be different. It shouldn't be posable anymore. Looks like that I cannot extend the spine now. This is not good. Oh yeah, apparently I've lost one feature here of interest. I can still do something if I, but it's not spontaneous anymore. Oh yeah, there's always there's a huge drawback here. Unless I knew what I could grab there, but apparently no, it's just this is connected to hip sway, yeah. So I cannot lock this thing. It is fundamental for the, or maybe, actually maybe not. I can trick the system. So we just need this one to be free. This one remains locked. So I can make the liberate the skeleton to share the I key, auto I key from the upper body to the lower body, and I still have the unparented bone, which we don't see here. Yeah, this one, where it is the, okay, it is just we need to augment this thing, but this bone we cannot pose, so yeah, very tricky. But this is a bad thing here. Custom shape, right? Alright, so what I can do now is that if I grab this and this, yeah, the position of the bone matter. Okay, this thing is start to annoy me, but let's see if we can now, by grabbing this bone that doesn't move, You say that the head is pinned from the top, and this only happens when I select this bone. So that means that if I grab this and grab, okay, this doesn't work, but what about this? Okay, I can already push the head, but it's not pinned. This doesn't work. This pins the head, or attempts to, yeah, the way I want, but I think I know what's happening. That my setup of head pinning needs a different strategy. Let's see from the leg. And so this will substitute the I key bone constraint, which can cause some, yeah, there we go. Cause glitches, cause just the pinning is not in the right. And there's some head stretch, I think, or it's just, yeah, there are some things that I need to, but it seems to be able to work. Let's make this head really pinnable. I need to assess the original setup where I found this possibility. It is the crazy rig. I think it was here. Anyways, so I have a reverse bone here. The parent here, left unparented, and copy location. Wait, what is this? I need this reverse thing because of the, okay, because we are doing this stuff, right? Okay, that's kind of tricky, right? And copy rotation, and we have again to the reverse. Okay, fake parenting, all right. And then we have another copy rotation torso. Why is this for? Yeah, because something about the rig. So maybe we'll need this later. So this local it parent. So the first one shouldn't be, yeah. I did that and I don't remember exactly the trick. So this was good thing. Then let's go back to here. Yeah, the annoying thing that we need to, one of the annoying things that we need always to be double selecting, but it works. So we need to make an extension here of this bone. We're gonna extrude here. So this will be the mechanism, so we can make it stick. So this will be the lock head. We're gonna lock this. It's connected, but it should reach not there, but actually There. All right. We're gonna lock. And we're gonna also key lock. Now we need to... It's very strange because I have no idea how this is not causing a dependency cycle right now that I check. Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Well, I need to check actually. Open recent. Oh yeah, this is so annoying. So we need to close everything here to spot this. No, there's no dependency. Maybe I need to pause. Oh yeah, okay. This is the, of course, this is not the extension of the head. This is an extension of the control head, not of the master head or main head. Okay, this is why, of course, that would create a dependency cycle. Of course, this, yeah, there you see. So of course this is not the, so this is the wrong parent actually. We parent this to this one connected, and now that means that this thing can look for precisely that one. So that means that now let's see what we can achieve. Okay, so the head is not exactly the motion that I wanted, but you see, it's not the end of the world. Maybe we can... It's not also too bad, right? If we... There's probably a way to solve this. Or maybe there isn't, but it's better than having a glitch or having a... For me, if I can get the basics of this setup to work, it's still better than the master, the switcher of the... Because it makes everything so much more complicated. Okay, so we'll have to grab this and this, right? So this is nice, but what about the pinning? Ah, there we go. Okay, but we might have a problem now with the... Yeah. This is why this bone needs the... And we might need more lockers. So we're gonna shift D. So... If that's the torso or something else, I think the torso, but maybe even more. I think I've removed the main... Yeah, I think I might have removed some main structures. Because I don't see them here, so probably they were removed. This is parented to master COG directly. Yeah, we took them off. And do I have the... I don't have the... We're gonna build the simultaneous IKF key for the arms as well. We just have for the feet, the legs. So I'm gonna fix this thing, remaining thing, so we can now... Yeah, we're gonna make this now to use local with parent. This is okay because this bone is unparented. Custom space and no, not reverse, but master torso. I think the master torso should do. And now this follows, right? Yeah. But this rotates the bone, and now the problem is that if I do this, I'll get this. So this is why I need to make a little pyramid here to prevent... yeah. So I have like to clear parent, move this up. So the size of the pyramid depends on like one from the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't... Oh yeah, we don't need this IK lock solver anymore. Yeah, we don't need this one anymore because this was conflicting IK bone constraint garbage, so no need that. Let's recount. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Sorry, love. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. I deleted the wrong bone apparently. Crap. Oh, I see. When I dissolved the wrong bone. That's it. Connector bot. Okay, this is going to the control hips. The control is go to the IK solver, which is here. Yeah, it's not dissolving itself, it's dissolving something else. This parent to the command connector 001, this one. So, and this is lock spine. Yeah. Okay, so gonna try to I see. Okay, so I just need to clear parent, delete this, get this one. Okay, let's do it again. So pick this joint. And get this joint on edit mode to be there, but it's already there. Something is something seems wrong. Just, yeah, the position of this one, okay. And that's it. Yeah. So this is complicated if you don't see the orientation, right? But this octahedral, this is going up. This is what's happening. And apparently there is a problem. This one has lost its parent, so this one needs to be parented to here, of course. So this bone, it splits the spine or with the hips. So control hips, and although we don't pose this bone here, it is in the, so this goes up for the spine and this goes down sort of for the, and this allows us to have in the control skeleton. Yeah, I know it's super complicated, but the idea is, the way I explained, the idea is that then we can split the control skeleton, puppeteering skeleton. So you see I can bend the spine from the hips, like the sacral vertebra. So the all this is bendable from the hips, and at the same time I can hip sway with this one. So it's like they are stackable. And the problem is that this bone, we need sometimes to reset it. And this bone is the connector, command connector. So this bone is just like one of this kind, like but this is even more important because this one is the one which, looks like I've just lost the locking. Okay, we need to be careful about this. Okay, somehow I've lost the lockers. So this one is locked, it can't be posed, but maybe I need to change it extension. It's so that we can have more of possibility of motion here. Possibly we could do some play like that. Or we can just scale this bone, maybe. No, this is not bad, not a good idea, right? So we can't bone constrain this, so this is locked. So you need to find out what could be a good generic thing for this. So okay, so here this is happening because I'm grabbing not grabbing the head. And so here I'm not sure what we could do to improve this. There's a possibility of because the head is pinned by, no, the head is not pinned by default. Oh, hold on, apparently we've lost the I don't know what happened here. It's like this bone lost everything. This one lost the torso thing. What's happening? Oh yeah, I've unparented the head, of course. We need to fix this. I didn't conclude the setup here. I was counting, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 in the base of the sacral vertebra. 5, 6, 1, 7. I think it needs to reach this. So you need, on top of this one, we need 6 others. So you're gonna try to make as minute bones as possible. Whatever, I'll just place it here. So I want to make this bone super small. So it doesn't cause much trouble. So I got here connected. Yeah, also we're gonna just use the same. That should be enough. I'm not gonna bother with the pyramid thing, just a waste of time. Oh no, not connected. We want to just snap here and then connect. Otherwise, we'll move all of its children from its place. It's garbage. Okay, it will disrupt everything. So now we have these protectors, but it is not ready because we need to make sure that all these bones here, they are also locked. Here. And also here. Copy to selected, yeah. I'm double checking because this is fundamental. So now, even if the auto I key length is needs to extend, so 6, 7, yeah, 7 to reach. It doesn't need to actually 6. Yeah, so it needs to reach the Alright, so now it's not glitching anymore. This was another glitch. I tried to rotate. Apparently we got something to fix here that I'm not sure what it is, but anyways, we got, so this is working. This was a tweak head, not important. And now we should have the possibility of pinning by just grabbing where it is, by just grabbing the okay, my bone disappeared once again. It's too small now, right? So let's change the custom here because this is okay, it's lost its custom. I don't remember the name. Okay, so just this. Yeah, just for fun. So this is the locker. And so there we go. So you have a now tell me which rig do you know that oh, there's a rotation here. Of course I picked the wrong. The torso is responsible to rotate, so shouldn't I should use something else. Apparently I can't use something else. Yeah, so I need to learn what works here, what doesn't. This is locking everything, right? So basically I would need a pre-torso bone that will allow me to yeah, a pre-torso bone. Ah, that's annoying. More control bone. Yeah, at least it's not glitching anymore. Here we have a similar setup for the fingertips, right? That I don't know why it is glitching like that. Of course, I forgot this setup is like fundamental. No, still. Oh yeah, there's no protectors. Yeah, that's why. Notably, it's the thumb. Yeah, now it solves, but we need the protectors here, the locks. There's a chain of bones here. I want to ask them to solve particularly this thing, but that is, yeah, I'll take, yeah, it's simple. I need to, it will be a singular one. So now I have the head pinning, special head pinning. The problem is that I cannot pin the head with yeah, apparently we need some protectors here as well, because this is not sufficient. Yeah, but if I demonstrate this, they in the report, no, not report, if I demonstrate this, what this rig can do, and then explain why I need these lockers, these blockers, auto key blockers system, then they probably I should convince them to develop this, because this is too good to be forgotten, to be ignored. And yeah, so I can do this, right? Yeah, there are certain things that I'm still not sure. Oh yeah, of course. It's because I need lockers here. They are not... Yeah, actually, it's not just... It's block. This is lock, but these are block. Yeah. Yeah, but the counting is okay, right? So that's fine. Let's leave like that. So we need to add... I don't know how many here, because the more the better in some sense. But here it's... This one is easy. Yeah, let's add 5 just because at some point I was using 5 or 6, right? This counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just use this yeah, I duplicated from they got everything, even what I didn't want, right? Now, even if I grab from here, there should be enough protection, although we can't pose the... Yeah, we can't pose from this. We need something, any other kind of... Because they are in the same, right? Hierarchy. Um, I have two. I don't understand this. Where's the... No parent here? Index meta, okay. No bond constraint. Okay, I don't know what this one is doing, why it is not... But this is a different setup. Probably this was a protector, yeah, but it's not sufficient. It meant more of this. What I did here is probably... Some of this holds some copy rotation. Rotation locker, what is this for? Okay, I don't remember this. Probably it's garbage. It's not... I have improved way more after, so we can... It's probably... I was doing progress on that. So that's it, folks. So we substituted the driver from Nike that offered us the possibility to... the incredible possibility of doing pinning of the head, but with at the cost of many things, like we needed a driver for that. Now we don't need the driver, but there's some things here that are not totally consistent, like it's about the rotation sometimes. But we got rid of a glitch that was conflict between IKEY chain of the IKEY bond constraint and the auto IKEY chains. So we got rid of that glitch. So now even if I pose this, the head doesn't warp anymore. I've reported that, but they can't solve, not yet, if they can ever solve that. So you can push or pull the head, although it's not rotating exactly how we would like to do, but probably we could achieve this with some medium point. Yeah, I'm just grabbing, so you see this. Is that correct? Head is straight. Okay, no, it's not the case, so maybe I just grab the head and... No. Okay, so you can do something like this. So we have that possibility, although we have some issue here with the arm. I need to clean up this. Yeah, so we can do this, and we can do this. Isn't that? It's cool, right? You just need to take notes and know what the rig can do and how to make the rig do certain things. So here we'll have some strange behavior because I'm not getting the proper torso that can do the correct manipulation. Even rotation is locked, so I cannot. So it's something like I can only do the head pinning from certain control bones. Yeah. For example, this is one interesting one. It's not working. Okay, so to solve this thing, I would need to okay, so this is unfortunate if I can't do this action. I might have to split the spine. Or maybe I need to... No, grabbing. This won't work, right? Oh wait, this works. So, strangely... Oh yeah, because it's just the rotation, I see. So if I rotate, I lose. But not if I grab for... Okay, so this is a... Yeah, so that's it. So we have some cool features, not like optimal in all ways, so super versatile, but it is quite interesting if you know how to use this. And then so there is this idea of making this a pre-torso bone just for this. Or maybe... if I could assign this to... Okay, so here is for itself, so this is like... So maybe we don't touch this. I think the order here doesn't matter. We could try different targets. Like if we try this, we'll have a different result. This will stop reacting to the torso. On the rotation, but not on here, right? So you can rotate the torso, but the head stays still. So maybe this is an interesting one. However, if I rotate here, we don't rotate the head. We'll need not even this one allows. Yeah, not even this one allows for this. Maybe... Okay, let's place this at this location. It's a new feature. Now this rotates on the same pivot point of this one. I think this is better. But this won't solve this thing here. Curiously, not even this one is doing the proper rotation now. A pre-torso or a post-torso? Okay, that's just, never mind. Okay, I'm not gonna make this test now, but the idea is clear. So I'm not gonna save here. We already achieved what some cool feature. We got rid of some super annoying trick. Transformed into a more, I think a more promising feature, at least in my plans. It all depends on how the features in Blender will evolve. Okay, folks, that's what is for it. That was it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care. Happy Blender. Have a nice weekend. See you soon, because now we're gonna keep doing some rigging in Blender and solving those, presenting some developments here of all this custom rigging in Blender 5.0. See you, folks. And thanks for watching.